So I made a post last night talking more about like my experience growing up as a biracial person, especially when it comes to like interracial dating or just my day-to-day life and some of the things that I hear. And it had way more engagement than I thought that I was going to get. But it kind of inspired me to kind of talk more about like my childhood and more specifically like what it was growing up with a racist father. My mom had uh, custody of me, primary custody of me. My parents divorced when I was 3. So I did not really grow up and experience them together. I grew up with my mom's side, my black side, majority of the time, and I saw my father every other weekend. And my father was very prideful that I was black. He loved black culture, black American culture specifically. He loved our music, like he loves our food, all of that. But at the same time, when my mom moved on and she started dating my stepdad when I was 5, who was a black man, that really, I think, started to amplify his racism towards black people. And it really bothered him that I was growing up in a monoracial black family. And he would say weird things like, well, remember that you're white too. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging both sides of yourself, but the way he said it, it wasn't completely innocent. Um, there's so many racist instances that he's said things. He said the N-word, all of that. He said it with his white friends, the N-word, both of them, and he hates a lot of different types of communities, and I'll go more into that later. But I remember in high school there was a time when he dropped me off to school, and then he's like, "Hey, I just want you to like be on the lookout." And I was like, "For what?" He's like, "There's this like black group going around, and they're targeting white people." And I was like, "Well, good thing I'm not white." Oh, he did not like that at all. There's another time where him and I and my stepmom were in a museum with I think she was pregnant with my little brother at the time, and my stepmom's from the Philippines. And the reason why this kind of matters is because she made fun of, like, she was kind of like mocking this statue in the museum, and she didn't mean it. Like, she's like not from here, and like she like was just like making fun of the face or whatever. So then this person that worked at the museum, some of the staff members came up to us and was like, "Hey, you cannot do that." He was guy. He was like, "You cannot do that. That is extremely racist." He's like, "That there's like significance to like their poses, everything like that." And then my stepmom was like horrified. She had no clue that she was like being offensive. Then my father turns to the guy. He's like, "Well, we're not racist. We can't be racist. I have a black daughter. Look." And then he just like pointed at me. Me and the like museum man were like just looking at each other like. And there's like a lot of instances where he would use my race as an excuse to get out of things. Like, look, I can't be racist. I have a black daughter. It's like, no, but you are. But like I said, this is like years and years of these instances. I could probably go into more of it, and even like his racism towards the Asian community as well. It gets deep. But yeah, let me know if you want to hear anything. Good morning, TikTok. So, I did see a lot of people going back and forth in my comment section, kind of talking about whether interracial relationships are worth it, or like kind of this might be a different perspective to the black woman, white man, and relationships and the kind of like the byproduct of what that could turn into. This is not me discouraging at all, like interracial couples or certain dynamics. It's more of giving a PSA of really understanding who your partner is before you bring kids into this world. And I'm older than my mother was now having me. So I really need to put that into perspective. I'm older than her now than when she had me. Like, you make a lot of not great choices when you're in your early 20s, okay? And my mom did not have this man savior complex. It was more like he pursued her hard and she was getting out of a very kind of a toxic relationship, and one thing led to another. Here's the thing though, he is a classic case study of a narcissist. I swear you'd find his picture in the dictionary. Honestly, he's great, amazing at lying about who he really was. Unfortunately, and one of the reasons he chose only Asian women after he was not with my black mother anymore was because he would specifically try to seek women who did not have family and friends in this country, because he knew he could isolate them. Unfortunately, my stepmother was his last victim. I doubt she would claim that herself, but she truly has been thoroughly brainwashed by this man. Yeah, she had no friends and family over here. She came over here pregnant. She was originally living in Canada and then originally from the Philippines, and he isolated her from her loved ones for a long time. And it's just very unfortunate, but he specifically liked going after Asian women after my black mother because he felt like he could control them. And he tried to control their interactions with their family. He tried to tell them how to dress. He, even just think about this stresses me out. He said he liked them because they would cook for him and clean for him and take care of all his needs. Even like talking about this just makes me like kind of sick. And one of the reasons why he hates my mother so much is because she was the only person who broke it off with him, and that hurt his ego. It has hurt his ego for the last 20 years, okay? Over 20 years. And he felt like he had the power and the dynamic with Asian women. This is not calling them subservient or anything like this, but unfortunately these are the women that he was finding. So